We're about to find out how high the American tolerance is for the pain that Elon is inflicting with his chainsaw. Because everyone's ideology stops right at their inconvenience. This is the American way. All these people for years have been screaming about government largesse, and really, it's been up to the people all along. Because the minute it affects you or your buddy, suddenly the people are like, whoa, don't cut that. We need that program. It turns out politicians might have been doing things that people wanted after all. Maybe they do listen to us. Democrats don't ever want to fire anyone, but Democrats aren't protecting nothing here. There are serious economic repercussions if we fire all these people. However, we also need to make changes. You see, everything in nature corrects itself except for the government. Everyone in the private sector has been subject to these correcting forces throughout all of free market time, globalization, downsizing, technology, layoffs. It's part of the reason there's very little empathy for these humble servants of the state when the average American's experience with anyone in government is one of frustration and usually being treated like shit.
Sir, did you fill out the 1170?
I think I did.
Did you fill out the 1170?
I filled this out.
That's the 1190. You're going to have to go stand in the blue line.
Look, I was
sir.
already in that line.
Sir, don't get snippy with me.
Well, I've been here all morning.
That is not my prerogative, sir.
I wait in one line. They send me to another line.
You know
They
what?
send me
You
back
can
to
always call to make an appointment.
I try to call. I can't get through. The line's always busy. It's ridiculous.
Go wait in the appointment line, then.
I don't want to wait.
Sir,
I've got a job. I don't have all day. I can't say this.
You're going to have to take that somewhere else. All right, you know what? I'm on break.
Government workers feel entitled to their jobs forever, no matter how much they hate their redundant job. Other than the national park workers. Do not come for them. We love our national park workers. This is when the backlash started, when the one guy who had the bathroom key at Yosemite was fired. Apparently, he was like the sole locksmith with the keys and the institutional knowledge needed to rescue visitors from locked restrooms. Why is there only one guy with this institutional knowledge? And why are people consistently getting locked in the restrooms? I do feel like this is a perfect metaphor for America. One guy has some antiquated key system, and Americans are stupidly locking themselves in bathrooms and need that guy to get them out.
Or else he's protecting his own job by making sure they get locked in bathrooms all the time.
And that he's the only man with the knowledge to get them out.
And he still got fired.
I think he got rehired.
Yeah, of course.
They had like an upside down flag on the El Cap, and it's been bonkers with the national parks. I was trying to think about this when I was writing my recent column for Spectator. What federal, state, or local government workers I've had good interactions with, and almost across the board, the first thing that came to mind was national parks. I have had some reasonably good interactions with people at the DMV, but it's because I'm nice to them, and I think they're used to being treated like shit by most of the people who are frustrated by the time they get into like the point of interaction. We do have to be careful, no matter how you feel about it. And I think a lot of Americans are actually in the same boat of two minds about this, where it's like we need to do it, but when they think about it, they're thinking about these kind of beltway rich government workers, not necessarily like the low men on the totem pole. And we do have to be careful how we do this, though, because we could wind up in another depression or slip into a debt spiral if we cut too much, too fast, and too many people are laid off all at once. Because it's not just the government jobs, you guys. It's the satellite jobs and businesses that depend on government contracts. In 2023, 79,116 small businesses won federal contracts worth $171.5 billion. This was part of a total of more than $775 billion in federal contracts awarded that year. Now, think about it. How much paper is being sold to the government to keep that cave operation of records going? The one we covered a few weeks ago. How many tricycle manufacturers are they keeping in business? Seriously. Manila envelopes. Just thousands of them. There might be dozens more cave offices out there that we don't even know about. There are mole people working in caves all over this country. It's dumb for the right to act like the cuts won't be devastating to lots of people. They're necessary, but they shouldn't be gleefully pulling chainsaws out and celebrating what's going to be painful for a lot of real Americans, some of whom might be their constituents. This is still people with mortgages and kids and jobs. And losing any job, private or public sector, is traumatizing. This is a difference between a slash and burn approach and a surgical approach, or a modern day surgical approach and a Civil War hacking off your limbs approach. If they want Americans to endure this painful process, we're going to need a shitload more morphine. That's really what I'm saying. I've changed my mind. Let the fentanyl flow through the borders.